3.
That's the livery dress. That's the-
I am your, yeah. Did you vote the last time?
Licensing meeting for Tuesday, May 9th. Roll call, please.
Counsel Field?
Present?
Counsel Hogan?
Present.
Counsel Lozey? Absent. Counsel Net?
Present.
Present. And Counsel Allensug?
Present.
Okay, we have a new owner at 195 Chestnut Street, Auto Hub LLC. The ownership is from Danius Clavins to the new owner, Likana Hawk, at 39 Allen Ave in Lynn.
Okay, do we have anyone that wants to speak?
Good evening, members of the commission. First, I want to thank the clerk's office, the law department, Ward 2 Councilor Rick Starbird, and the members of this commission for their help along the way. I'm here with the new owner of Auto Hub LLC, seeking your approval to continue operating an auto showroom facility at 195 Chestnut Street under its current license with the new owner, Likana Lucky Hawk. The existing 19-car showrooms on cutting-edge industry, all that has pretty much quickly moved online like many other industries. All the sales activity at 195 Chestnut Street is going to be done over the internet. The license is going to transfer with the same restrictions, including no parking cars on the street. They've spent significant time and money cleaning up and enhancing the property, and they plan to continue offering outstanding used car services at this location. Likana's consultant, Paul Cote, has prepared some remarks to introduce the new owner for you all.
Thank you.
Richard B. Oh, we lost.
Excuse me, Paul Cote. I'm assisting Mr. Hawk in the transfer of this license and the asset purchase. Mr. Hawk is 42 years old. He's been a citizen of Lynn for past 36 years, educated in the Lynn school system. And prior business experience, he had a vape shop on the Lynnway until there were some restrictions put on it that dampened sales a bit. He's known the sellers for over a couple years. This is a friendly transfer of the ownership and hopefully the license. So we ask for your approval, and Mr. Hawk is here if you have any questions.
Thank you, Mr. Cote. Does anyone have any questions for Mr. Cote or for the owner or Attorney Capano?
Just I just talked to Council Starbird, and just on behalf of the City Council, would like to welcome a new business to the City of Lynn.
Excellent.
Motion to approve.
We have a motion to approve.
Second.
We have second. Any discussion? Seeing none, do we do a roll call?
Counsel Field?
Yes.
Present. Counselor Hogan?
Yes.
Yes. Counsel Lozey?
Yes.
Yes. Counsel Net?
Yes.
Yes. Counsel Allensug?
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
unanimous vote. That's approved. Thank you. Good luck.
Good luck.
Thursday morning after 8:30, the license will be ready in the clerk's office. Thank you, Attorney Capano.
Okay, we have an auto repair name change. It's the same owner. The name change is Master Auto Repair, Inc. to Lynn Master Motors, Inc.
Thank you.
Mr. Chairman, I'm Attorney Sam Vitale. With me is Fabrizio Fabri. He brought his business here to Lynn more than a year ago. He had registered the name Master Auto Repair with the approval of the Secretary of the Commonwealth. He has conducted business, and then another firm with a similar name, Master Auto, brought an action in state court in which we prevailed, seeking to enjoin the use of the name. There are 8 or 9 Master Autos. This one was within 3 miles in Revere. Thereafter, there was the threat of litigation in the federal court, and discretion being the better part of valor, and in terms of the accusations that were made, we just decided to just change the name from Master Auto Repair to Lynn Master Motors, Inc., and that's why we're before you tonight. This satisfies the people who have a similar name in Revere, that there won't be confusion with vendors or customers. It allows each business to keep functioning as they have been with the same principles, and allows this business, which has prospered in Lynn, to continue to do so.
Excellent. Any questions for Attorney Vitale? No, do we have a wish of the committee?
Motion to approve.
have a motion to approve, second. Any discussion? None? Roll call, please.
Counsel Field?
Yes?
Yes. Counsel Hogan?
Yes.
Yes. Counsel Lozey?
Yes.
Yes. Counsel Net?
Yes.
Yes. Counsel Alanson?
Yes.
Yes.
Unanimous votes. Attorney Vitale, that license will be ready Thursday after 8:30 in the clerk's office. Thank you for your participation, and good luck.
Okay, and we have license renewals.
Take them as a whole if we can. It's the wish of the committee.
Motion approved.
Motion approved.
Second.
Seconded by Councilor Net. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. Those licenses are granted.
And next, we have Canning for Classical Boys Basketball, adults only, May 26, 2023.
What is the wish of the committee?
Motion approved.
Motion approved.
Second.
Second. Any discussion? None, all in favor? Aye. Opposed? That date is granted to Lynn Classical Basketball. Any other business, Madam Clerk?
Yes, we have a livery driver license, new, Andy Osazua, on 160 Essex Street,
Mr. Osazua,
driving for Oakville Transportation Company.
Right
Excellent.
here, gentlemen.
Yep, thank you for being here. What's the wish of the committee?
Motion approved.
We have a motion to approve, is seconded. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? That license is granted. It'll be ready Thursday morning after 8:30 in the clerk's office.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you. Any other business, Madam Clerk?
That's it for me.
That's it for us. Okay, what's the wish of the committee?
Motion to adjourn.
Basketball? Yeah. Yeah. Motion to adjourn, we have a second? Anybody? Second? Second, all in
Second.
favor? Aye.
Aye.
We're adjourned. Thank you.
Council
Yeah, the
Lozey.
classical because everybody else decided to wear a tie.
You might as well move closer to that thing, because that's where you're headed. Right?
Brian's always on time,
Right.
yes.
And for church. I'm always on time.
Good evening. I'd like to call the Public Property and Parks Committee meeting to order. Roll call, please.
Counsel Staben?
Present.
Present Counsel LaPierre? Absent Counsel Calucci?
Present.
Present Counsel Chakutis?
Present.
Present Counsel Field?
Present.
Present.
Okay, one item on the agenda, ordered that the City of Lynn hereby grants permission for a temporary easement during construction of the bike path Northern Strand Extension for the city-owned property at 2 State Street, Lynn, Massachusetts. Further ordered that His Honor the Mayor is hereby authorized to execute temporary easements and all necessary documents to allow for contractors to enter into city property at 2 State Street to repair and improve sidewalks surrounding the property and all other actions to complete the bike path Northern Strand expansion. Andy Hall, Commissioner DPW, is here to explain what they're doing down there. Welcome, Andy.
Sure. Hi, thanks for having me. Andy Hall, Lynn Department of Public Works. So the Northern Strand extension is being funded by the Executive Office of Environment, of Energy and Environmental Affairs. They're extending the path from its current terminus down near Market Basket. It's going to come through the roundabout, through Market Square, down South Common Street, through City Hall Square, down Market Street, across the Linway, ultimately to the Nahant Rotary. And where this project uses federal dollars, they're very particular about the right-of-way process. And the city owns a piece of property about midway through the route at the corner. It's a former bank at the corner of State and Market Street. So when the project comes through, they're going to construct new sidewalks, concrete sidewalks, and handicap ramps. And if the new sidewalk is, say, 2 inches higher in elevation than the current sidewalk, then there'll be a need to replace the sidewalk behind it to match, such that it's not a tripping hazard. So this is temporary permission to allow the Executive Office of Energy and Environmental Affairs to repair the sidewalk at the now city-owned property at 2 State Street. I've got plans that I can share with any of you if you'd like. If you have any questions, I'll do my best to answer them now, and if I cannot, I will check my maps and talk with my consultants and get you an answer.
Okay.
And a report.
What's the wish of the committee?
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion been made and seconded. Any further discussion? Roll call, please.
Counsel Staben?
Yes.
Yes, Counsel LaPierre?
Yes.
Yes. Counsel Calucci?
Yes.
Yes, Counsel Chakutis?
Yes.
Yes, Counsel Field?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. All set, Andy.
Excellent. Thank you so much.
Any other business?
Got some new business.
Councilor Calucci.
She's got a letter the clerk could read for the record.
The motion is to request the Law Department to cause to be prepared the necessary documents to discontinue and abandon a portion of Cleveland Terrace that is no longer needed for public travel.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion been made and seconded. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Counsel Staben?
Yes.
Yes, Counsel LaPierre?
Yes.
Yes, Counsel Calucci?
Yes.
Yes, Counsel Chakutis?
Yes.
Yes, Counsel Field?
Yes.
Okay, any other new business? Council Field. I can't tell if the hand.
Hands up. Okay, I'll just go with the left one today. Thanks. Yes, I make a motion for the, if the city clerk can read the GEEAA into the record, or discussion from Attorney Lamanna as far as the deed for the GE field.
Just a way of brief background, this has been a long time coming. The council president's done a lot of work negotiating with the GEAA. A lot of people may not realize that the city of Lynn owns probably 90% of what's known as the GE field. That being said, the GEAA owns the basketball courts, the horseshoe pits, the clubhouse, and perhaps more importantly, for the continuation of being able to play softball or baseball, they own the third base line. So it would be difficult to have a softball or baseball game without that. Over the years, the GAA has sold off portions of the field to private developers. So the council president has been working hard to come up with a fair resolution where the GAA would transfer the remaining land, which I say basketball courts, clubhouse, horseshoe pits, and the third base line. They've given that to the city at no cost. In exchange, the Park Commission voted to give a series of 10-year field use, priority use agreements, where the members of the GE Athletic Association, Activities Association will have priority use, softball Wednesday night, basketball during lunch, horseshoes, which I guess they play Monday through Friday, every day during the afternoon. By state law, all contracts over the 3 years need to be approved by the city council. The mayor is also going to be a signatory on this, belts and suspenders. The council for GEAA was looking for a council vote. The law department would be looking for that vote, and then we can file the deed. So everything that is part of the GE field right now will be under City of Lynn ownership, and with what's going on Commercial Street, with the water sewer project, KIPP Academy, there is a desperate need for parkland in the city. So this was quite an accomplishment for the Park Commission and Council President Walsh. We're looking for a motion to authorize the mayor and the Park Commission to enter into a greater than 3-year lease.
Motion to approve.
Motion been made by Council Field,
Second.
seconded by Council Chakutis. Any further discussion? Roll call, please.
Counsel Staben? Oh,
Just a quick discussion.
Oh,
The hand's way up.
Hand went way up that time.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. As Attorney Lamont indicated, this has been years of work for our council president, Jay Walsh. So kudos to our council president for the hard work and time and effort that he's put in to make this process go as smoothly as it has. You know, I think there were some bumps in the road over the past couple of months, but he's worked hard to smooth them all out. So absolutely 100%, you know, applause to him for getting this done. And I'm, you know, happy that we can pass this and enjoy extra parkland in the city.
great. Any other discussion? Roll call, please.
Counsel Staben?
Yes.
Yes, Counsel LaPierre?
Yes.
Yes, Counsel Calucci? Counsel Calucci? Absent. Counsel Chakutis?
Yes.
Yes, Counsel Field?
Yes.
Any other new business? Council Field, your hand is down.
Motion to adjourn.
Motion's been made. Second?
Anybody second it?
Second?
Second.
There we go.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Bill. Tough crowd. You're good.
Tough crowd.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Ways and Means Committee meeting. Madam Clerk, I call the meeting to order. Please roll call.
Counsel Net?
Present.
Present Counsel Starbird?
Present.
Present Counsel Hogan?
Present.
Present Counsel Chakutis? Present. Present Counsel Walsh?
Present.
Madam Clerk, could you please read the transfer?
We have $33,777 from reserve expense to the police department to fund the upgrade of AEDs.
Motion approved.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Counsel Net?
Yes.
Yes, Counsel Starbird?
Yes.
Yes, Counsel Hogan?
Yes.
Yes, Counsel Chakutis? Yes. Yes, Counsel Walsh?
Yes.
$100,000 from the parking meter expense to the parking expense to fund software.
Motion approved.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Counsel Net? Yes,
Yes.
Counsel Starbird?
Yes.
Yes, Counsel Hogan?
Yes.
Yes, Counsel Chakutis? Yes. Yes, Counsel Walsh?
Yes.
Next.
$28,500 from the state election expense to the election payroll to fund payroll for early voting and other related state mandates.
Motion approved.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Counsel Net?
Yes.
Yes, Counsel Starbird?
Yes.
Yes, Counsel Hogan?
Yes.
Yes, Counsel Chakutis? Yes. Yes, Counsel Walsh?
Yes.
Could you please read the orders?
We have an order that is honored. The mayor is hereby authorized to execute a memorandum of understanding on behalf of the city of Lynn and the Lynn Community Health Center to assist Lynn children who experience adverse childhood experiences.
Motion approved.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Counsel Net?
Yes.
Yes, Counsel Starbird?
Yes.
Yes, Counsel Hogan?
Yes.
Yes, Counsel Chakutis? Yes. Yes, Counsel Walsh?
Yes.
Council Starbird, we will have any motion to make
Motion for emergency
on which one? On transfer?
on the transfers.
Okay, so roll call for emergency on a transfer, please.
Counsel Net?
Yes.
Yes, Counsel Starbird?
Yes.
Yes, Counsel Hogan?
Yes.
Yes, Counsel Chakutis? Yes. Yes, Counsel Walsh?
Yes.
Any new business?
No new business.
Motion adjourned.
Motion to adjourn, all in
Second.
favor?
Aye.
All right.
Motion adjourned, thank you.
signs that are in front of us for motorcycles. It's the summertime, more people on two wheels out there. I think over the winter at times, people aren't always looking for those bikes now. I know two people personally this last week that got hit on their motorcycle. They're okay, but just want to get it on everybody's mind. The mayor's here. He'd like to come up. He's going to read off a proclamation and talk a little bit about that. Yeah, sorry. Before that, if you would like to come all up and just explain why we're here a little bit, please.
Sure. Paul Cote, I'm one of the co-founders of the Mass Motorcycle Survivors Fund. 22 years ago, tragedy. We didn't know there was going to be a second fundraiser to help the family. There was, then a third, then after that, the family said, please stop giving us money. The kids have enough for college. But continue to help other local families in similar situations. And that was 22 years ago that we started that organization. But one of the things that came out of it was that the government had no involvement with motorcycle safety and awareness. And we used to have to beg the Governor's Highway Safety Bureau to put something out. They'd put something out, but then wouldn't do anything with it. So we filed a bill to have a proclamation. Acting Governor Jane Swift, June 4, 2002, signed it into law. And every year the governor's been issuing a motorcycle safety and awareness, period, proclamation. And we ask other communities, local governments, because all politics are local, all safety is local. It's in our neighborhoods. Over 1,100 motorcycles registered in Lynn. Right? That's a lot of families. So we just ask motorists to be aware of all road users, not just motorcycles, but we're just coming out of winter's hibernation, and we know those people that were in an accident Sunday. So,
All right.
So thank you, Mayor. Thank you, councilors.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Mayor, I'd like to read.
Thank you, Council President Walsh. Thank you to the council for helping us mark this important message. And I would also like to thank Paul and his group for their leadership on this issue to promote safety for motorcycles and, as he said, for our roadways generally. It's so important. It's an honor to present this mayoral proclamation. Whereas, according to the United States Department of Health and Human Services, 1 in 5 children this is the wrong proclamation.
It happened.
So I'm going to say that motorcycle safety is roadway safety. And if you are on our streets, you know that we are honored to share our roadways with motorcycles all around this community. And as Paul just mentioned, 1,100 motorcycles in the city of Lynn. That is thousands of people in our city, families, children, family members that know and love a motorcycle rider. And that just bought me the 30 seconds we needed to get the actual proclamation.
It happens. Teamwork.
Thank you. Whereas the motorcycle is a popular means of transportation for commuting as well as for touring and recreation. And whereas the height of motorcycles traveling along the streets and back roads all over Lynn and the Commonwealth of Massachusetts between the months of March and October. And whereas there is a growing need for cooperation among drivers of automobiles, trucks, motorcyclists, bicyclists, and pedestrians who use our streets and highways to reduce accidents, injuries, and fatalities. And whereas it is critical for all Massachusetts citizens to increase their knowledge of the rules of the road and the rights and responsibilities of all roadway users. And whereas over 1,100 motorcycles are owned and operated by our fellow citizen bikers, homeowners and residents of, and the tens and thousands of more visiting and touring our historic city of Lynn from neighboring communities in the entire United States and from overseas. And whereas numerous departments and organizations are committed to making our streets and highways safe for all motor vehicle-related transportation, urging reminders drivers to check twice, save a life, motorcycles are everywhere, check twice when pulling out and backing out from parked positions, check twice when making left turns, check twice when changing traffic lanes, check twice for our fellow citizen bikers of Lynn and visitors to our city on motorcycles. Now, therefore, I, Jared C. Nicholson, as mayor of the city of Lynn, do hereby join with the governor of the Commonwealth of Massachusetts and all agencies and organizations hereby proclaim May 9th to October 31st, 2023 to be our motorcycle safety awareness season here in our city of Lynn, and wish all who ride an enjoyable and safe riding season. On behalf of the city of Lynn, thank you. Yeah, and would like to call to the podium to accept the proclamation on behalf of the entire group. I think a friend to many in this city and motorcycle advocate, Billy.
Billy, Wild Bill.
Wild Bill.
Wild Bill.
For those of you that don't know, Bill has spent over 50 years of advocating for motorcyclist rights, riding, racing, awareness, and our charities. Longtime City of Lynn Bill, Wild Bill we call him. All right, thank you for all your service, Bill Mandel. Thank you.
Just like to invite, if any of the other people that are here to support the bill and the councilors would like to come up for photos, you can take a photo and come on up. Thank you again.
Right in here.
Pull up Bruins.
Yes. You just don't want to.
Let's have like later. All right. I'd like to call the council meeting for May 9th to order. Roll call.
Counsel Alanson?
Present.
Present Counsel Chakutis?
Present.
Present Counsel Calucci?
Present.
Present Counsel Field?
Present.
Present Counsel Hogan?
Present.
Present Counsel LaPierre?
Present.
Present Counsel Lozey? Present Counsel McLean?
Present.
Present Counsel Net?
Present.
Present Counsel Starbird?
Present.
Present Counsel Walsh?
Present. We all rise for a moment of silence, followed by the Pledge of Allegiance.
Special prayer to our Ward 3 resident Charlotte Bell, Mr. President, and to my nephew Ryan.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. We accept the minutes from April 25th. Yes, sir.
Second.
Motion, second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Communications.
We have a communication from His Honor the Mayor. Dear Councilors, pursuant to Section 3-9 of the Lynn City Charter and the March 16, 2021 ordinance establishing a planning department in the City of Lynn, I am hereby reappointing Aaron Clausen as the Principal Planning Director for the City of Lynn, effective immediately and expiring January 5th, 2026. I am respectfully requesting that the Council confirm Mr. Clausen's reappointment at your May 9th, 2023 meeting. Sincerely, Mayor Jared C. Nicholson.
Is the wish of the council?
Motion to confirm.
We have a motion to confirm.
Second.
We have a second. Any discussion? Roll call.
Counsel Alanson?
Aaron Clausen.
Clausen. Counsel Chakutis?
Aaron Clausen.
Clausen. Counsel Calucci?
Eric Clausen.
Aaron Clausen. Counsel Field?
Aaron Clausen.
Clausen. Counsel Hogan?
Mr. Aaron Clausen.
Clausen. Counsel LaPierre?
Aaron Clausen.
Aaron Clausen. Counsel Lozey?
Aaron Clausen.
Counsel McLean?
Aaron Clausen.
Clausen. Counsel Net?
Aaron Clausen.
Clausen. Counsel Starbird?
Aaron Clausen.
Clausen. And Counsel Walsh.
Aaron Clausen. All right, confirmed. He's here tonight. We want to thank him, congratulate him. It's like to say, I think the planning department here in the city has really brought a lot to us, and they answer a lot of questions from the councilors and things that we have either suggestions on or, even constituents have questions on, and they've been there for us, and we really appreciate having you there, and you're at the lead, so we appreciate you and your team. Thank you again. All right. Public hearings.
We have a public hearing to amend the city's fiscal year 2023 annual action plan to allocate funds for the GAR Hall and Museum Improvement Project.
Anyone wishing to speak in favor? Come on up to the podium.
Good evening, Shirley Kelly, Community Development. Speaking in favor of the proposed amendment to the FY23 annual action plan to allocate $400,000 in block grant funds towards the Grand Army of the Republic Hall and Museum Accessibility Improvement Project. The GAR Hall and Museum is listed on the National Register of Historic Places, holds much historic and cultural significance to the city of Lynn. Built in 1885, it enjoyed active use by the post-5 Grand Army of the Republic from its opening till 1919, when the last Civil War veterans conveyed ownership of the building to the city of Lynn. The management of the building currently and the collection of artifacts have been entrusted to the trustees of the GAR. Currently, the GAR is used for public programming, and operates as a public museum. However, visitation is low and restricted because of the physical state of the building, primarily due to accessibility. The trustees of the GAR and the city of Lynn, GAR and the city of Lynn are undertaking estimated $1.8 million renovation project to make the building universally accessible. The biggest part of this project is going to be the installation of an elevator on the interior, and then accessible entryway at the entryway of the building, and then accessible restrooms, and then some other scope of work includes upgrades to electrical, fire suppression, HVAC systems, all necessary to operate the elevator. So the conclusion of the work, the building will be ADA compliant, and then also all the building codes will be brought up to date. And then the plan is, once it's fully accessible, to obviously expand visitation and programming, specifically also some programming for Lynn Public School students. So there's limited programming now, primarily because of accessibility. So that's the budget, excuse me, 1.8 million for budget, 400,000 in block grant is going to be leveraged with 1.2 million ARPA funding. It was already approved by the council and mayor's office. There's probably about a $200,000 shortfall that the trustees are going to secure funding, potentially through fundraising.
Okay.
So happy to answer any questions, and I know we have some trustees here this evening that
All right.
will want to speak as well.
Cool. So you have a seat. We'll just have the rest of the public hearing, and then if there's any questions, thank you.
Got it.
Anyone else wishing to speak in favor, come on up.
Good evening. I'm Patty Pendexter. I'm the chair of the Board of Trustees of the GAR, and I'm here to speak in favor of the community block grant funding to advance the elevator. The 1.2 million that was opera money that you approved is much appreciated because that's what kick-started the project. That's what got it going. That's what made us believe that we could really complete this project. So I thank you for your support and hopefully continued support in this process. We've been working very, very closely with ISD, the planning department, the legal department, community development, and EDIC to move this all forward. And I want to reiterate what you said about the planning department. They have been, they've gone above and beyond helping with this project. We do have a couple, not grants, but requests for money out there to help support the project, which we expect to hear from mid to the end of July. So it's not like we're just sitting back waiting for all this money. We have some other possibilities. But we do appreciate your support. And sincerely, if anyone has any questions, comments, or you just want to talk to me about anything related to the GAR, please reach out. I'm trying to be really accessible to anyone who wants to speak with me. So thank you for your time. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Anyone else wishing to speak in favor?
Calvin Anderson, 12 Concord Street. And I've been in town now 23 years, and I've always had my eye on the GAR Hall as a diamond in the rough, one of our gems that just needed polishing. And in recent years, I've had hundreds upon hundreds of physical, meaningful, hands-on experience helping the current administrators of the building transform from a very well-supplied but dusty attic into a true museum with multimedia planned, concerted, planned. They're not just rooms with dusty artifacts anymore, they're galleries. And the thing that's been holding things back has always been the accessibility. So I'm happy to say I'm 71 years old today, and for my birthday, I'm very happy that this body is about to do what I hope is just a routine acceptance of money, because it's true. The 400,000 or whatever is just a part of it, but there was some seed money that was, pledged through the ARPA, and then there's, once you start getting something like this going, it takes on its own dynamic. And there's no doubt in my mind that the few $100s of shortfall won't be made up with momentum and smaller grants, et cetera. So I know we have to close the museum to the public, the limited access that we have, but it's the time that they're going to be breaking some eggs to make the omelet. Now, this isn't just a museum or a place to go look at stuff. It's a history thing, which it has artifacts and meaning that really involves the history and the citizens of Lynn. It's not just brick and mortar and glass and steel. There's artifacts in there. There's a Lincoln signature on a meaningful document from history. There's a meaningful presence for the 54th Regiment that fought in the Civil War. I just rewatched the movie Glory last week, just cheering ourselves on that. That was all Boston, Massachusetts-based black regiment that, well, you see the movie, you'll see what's got us all excited about it. But anyway, I'm very glad to have this opportunity, and please, just understand that this is a long time in coming, and this building will be a major influence in keeping people coming to our city, stimulating downtown. Because if you come spend a few hours in this place, you understand, hey, let's go someplace, eat, entertain ourselves, and just digest what we saw. And they start looking at other things like, wow, this city's pretty cool. So anyway, thanks.
All right, thank you. Anyone else wishing to speak in favor? Anyone wishing to speak in favor? Anyone wishing to speak in favor? Seeing none, that part of the hearing is closed. Anybody in opposition? Anyone wishing to speak in opposition? Anyone wishing to speak in opposition? Seeing none, that part of the hearing is closed. What is the wish of the city council?
Motion to approve.
We have a motion to approve. We have a second.
Second.
Discussion. Council Lapierre.
Just a quick comment, Mr. President, about the great work that is being done at the JR. I echo Patty and Calvin's words, and happy birthday, Calvin. My son will be going down to the JR for a field trip this Friday, and that's another component that we are educating our Lynn students. It's a history lesson in itself. It's a landmark, and I really applaud the efforts of Mr. Poland, who's a classical high school history teacher, for keeping the Civil War and Lynn connected to its community. So I also want to give a shout out to our curator, Wendy Joseph, who I know does yeoman's work down there and has really tried to put Band-Aids on this for decades. And it's really nice to finally see the fruits of her labor with this funding at least going in the right direction to try and really make some capital improvements down there. So thank you.
All right. Councilor Field, your hand up? Sorry.
Thank you, Mr. President. I just want to echo my council colleague Lapierre. What Calvin said, he hit the nail on the head. It is a diamond in the rough. It's a gem to the city. The first time I went in there, I think I was an adult. I wasn't fortunate enough to be part of a field trip going in as a kid. I think every kid from elementary school should go there. I was in awe the first time I saw it, and certainly to every caretaker and everybody that has a part to this gem in our city. I think looking through the ARPA funding, it was a no-brainer that certainly some of the money needed to be allocated to that for the disrepair that it's gotten into for so long, and hopefully the federal government steps up to cover some of the additional expenses that are there. But certainly echo Councilor Lapierre's comments. Thank you.
Right. You probably use the other hand when you have to.
I gotta keep it up.
Councilor Arling, so.
He's been holding his hands at the start of this meeting. Thank you, Mr. President. One of the reasons why I moved to Lynn is this museum. I fell in love with it. I've never heard about Civil War since I moved here. But I have a few questions because what we're doing is like putting Band-Aids here and there, and we want that museum to stay. So I would like to invite our chair of our board to answer some of the questions and just to appease all of us to know what's the recent condition. So what is your annual budget for GAR?
That I don't.
Just right off the bat. The whole annual budget.
Yes. Yes.
That's all you got. All right. Okay. I'll read this. This weekend. All right. Is there any sources or a grant that you can apply for a federal GAR?
Yes. Well,
for example.
we have applied for money through the Senate Appropriations Committee. We've applied for $1 million through their funding that they do. We will be applying for a Mass Cultural Commission grant this year. We started to do it last year, but the city had applied for one and got one the previous year.
Right, but I'm referring to...
So we will be doing that again this year. There's also historic preservation grants that we can apply for.
Perfect.
So we are actively doing grant applications, doing the Senate Appropriations Committee applications. We did one for the house also, but we were informed that they're not funding museums this year. So we had also applied for that one. So we are actively looking for any grants that we can secure.
Because this is a landmark not only for the city of Lynn, but for the whole nation.
Right.
Being one of
Correct.
the 2 or 3 or 4, I'm not sure, but there must be somewhere in the federal government that could save this.
Well, that's the Historic Preservation Commission. They also have grants, and I've reached out to some of them. But we can't ask them to do the elevator. They don't do the elevator. So we're hoping we get the elevator completed and then be able to apply for monies for the facade.
Right, because there's a lot of things needed to be.
It's all like
Yes.
juggling pieces to
Because
pull
if
it all
you-
together.
Right, if you rely with the city, you know our financial
Yes.
situation.
No,
we're ups and downs and.
Our plan is not to rely on the city. This is just the money that was used to jumpstart us, get us started, and the ARPA money was a good opportunity to do that. I am actively looking for additional.
I am 100% supportive
Yes,
of
so,
this, of course.
yeah, because if we don't, we're never going to get there. I've reached out to the state delegation again for, a conversation about additional monies also, because we do want to get that facade done.
I want you guys to stay forever. That's all I.
Well, we understand that we are, even though the only specifics we have applied for now is the Senate appropriations, we're watching for when the Mass Cultural Commission opens their grants. They've received more money from the governor this year, so they haven't opened it for applications yet. So we're keeping our eye on that, and as soon as we do, we'll be right on that grant. And like I said, they have more money this year, so there's a greater possibility of receiving that money. So, and if anyone else hears of any grants, feel free to let me know, because I've been, going through the process, because, like I said, I don't think we can just depend on the city. We need to really reach out to other agencies, other commissions, even private grants.
Right. If you need help with the Cultural Council.
Okay, I will get in touch with you as soon as it gets active, too.
Counted. Thank you.
Thank
so
you.
much.
Anyone else
Thank you,
have any
Mr. President.
Any other questions from the council? No other questions? Okay, we have a motion, we have a second. Roll call?
Counsel Alanson?
Yes.
Yes, Counsel Chakutis?
Yes. Yes.
Yes, Counsel Calucci?
Yes.
Yes, Counsel Field?
Yes.
Yes, Counsel Hogan?
Yes.
Yes, Counsel LaPierre?
Yes.
Yes, Counsel Lozey? Yes, Counsel McLean?
Yes.
Yes, Counsel Net?
Yes.
Yes, Counsel Staben?
Yes.
Yes, Counsel Walsh?
Yes. If I could just say one thing, 58 Andrew Street is the address of that building, and if anyone at home, you can Google it, and there's some pictures on there, and it's like going back in time, and it's like nothing else that we have in the city. It's pretty cool. Really hope that we can try to find the fundings to give it the decency that it deserves. I know there's been a lot of people working, there's a lot of passion here, a lot of hours put in. We appreciate you doing it, and it approved, so thank you. Public hearings to be set down.
You have to set down a public hearing to allow Valso's Table and Bar at 151 Central Ave to install metal structures on the exterior wall of the business. Set down a public hearing for permission to open an auto repair, tire, and sales plus alignment business at 2 Bickerton Street. And a motion to set down a public hearing on the fiscal year 2024 budget for June 13th, 2023 at 5:30 PM in the City Council chambers.
Motion to set them down?
We have a motion, we have a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carries. Committees, licensing. Councilor Field.
Thank you, Mr. President. We have a unanimous vote by our committee. I make a motion to approve.
Unanimous vote.
Second.
We have a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carries. Public Properties, Councilor Staben.
Thank you, Mr. President. Had a discussion regarding the Northern Strand and an easement at 2 State Street. Ordered that the City of Lynn hereby grants permission for temporary easements during construction of the bike path Northern Strand extension for city-owned property at 2 State Street in Lynn. Further ordered that His Honor the Mayor is hereby authorized to execute temporary easements and all necessary documents to allow contractors to enter into the property at 2 State Street and improve the sidewalk surrounding the property and all other actions to complete the bike path Northern Strand expansion. Unanimous vote of the committee. Motion to approve.
Motion approved. We have a second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carries.
Under new business, Mr. President, we had a motion to request the Law Department to prepared necessary documents to discontinue and abandon a portion of Cleveland Terrace that is no longer needed for the public. Unanimous vote of the committee. Motion to approve.
Motion, we have a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carries.
We also had discussion, Mr. President, regarding executing the deed with the GE Athletic Association in the field down on Summer Street. Unanimous vote of the committee to authorize the mayor to execute that deed for that property. Motion approved.
Just have one question. Attorney Lamanna, if we could have you for a second. Do we need a roll call vote on this?
I would recommend a roll call.
Okay.
Yes.
So we have a motion, we have a second, and discussion. Roll call.
Counsel Alanson?
Yes.
Yes, Counsel Chakutis?
Yes.
Yes, Counsel Calucci?
Yes.
Yes, Counsel Field?
Yes.
Yes, Counsel Hogan?
Yes.
Yes, Counsel LaPierre?
Yes.
Yes, Counsel Lozey? Absent. Yes, Counsel McLean?
Yes.
Yes, Counsel Net?
Yes.
Yes, Counsel Stabbit?
Yes.
Yes, Counsel Walsh?
Yes. Carries. Is that all,
Mr.
Counsel?
President.
That's it. Thank you. Ways and Means, Counsel Annette.
Mr. President, yes, all unanimous vote of the committee, I make a motion to approve.
Second.
Clerk, read the transfers.
I have the transfers that laid over from April 25th, $8,053,812.15 from free cash to the treasurer expense to pay off the city bailout bond bill. $300,000 from the school ops tab fund to correct previous order dated 11/22/2023. $275,000 from the reserve expense to workers' comp payroll for the remainder of FY23. $90,000 from the reserve expense to the IT expense to fund additional needs of the department. $50,000 from the reserve to the account of ISD expense to fund rodent control for ISD. $18,000 from the reserve to the care of dogs payroll for overtime. $33,777 from the reserve expense to the police department to upgrade AEDs. $100,000 from the parking meter expense to parking expense to fund software. $28,500 from state election expense to election payroll to fund payroll for early voting and other related state mandates. And the final order that is on to the mayor is hereby authorized to execute an MOU in on behalf of the City of Lynn and Lynn Community Health Center to assist Lynn children who experience adverse childhood experiences.
So we have a motion, we have a second. Any discussion? Roll call.
Counsel Alanson?
Yes.
Yes, Counsel Chakutis?
Yes.
Yes, Counsel Calucci?
Yes.
Yes, Counsel Field?
Yes.
Yes, Counsel Hogan?
Yes.
Yes, Counsel LaPierre?
Yes.
Yes, Counsel Lozey? Absent. Counsel McLean?
Yes.
Yes, Counsel Net?
Yes.
Yes, Counsel Stabbit?
Yes.
Yes, Counsel Walsh?
Yes.
Yes.
Is there an emergency on that, Counsel Annette?
Yeah, there was emergency vote by the committee on transfers only, yeah.
Okay.
Second.
So we have a motion, we have a second. Any discussion? Roll call.
Counsel Alanson?
Yes.
Yes, Counsel Chakutis?
Yes.
Yes, Counsel Calucci?
Yes.
Yes, Counsel Field?
Yes.
Yes, Counsel Hogan?
Yes.
Yes, Counsel LaPierre?
Yes.
Yes, Counsel Lozey?
Yes.
Yes. Counsel McLean?
Yes.
Yes, Counsel Net?
Yes.
Yes, Counsel Stabbit?
Yes.
Yes, Counsel Walsh?
Yes. Carries. Anything else, Counsel Annette? Is that it?
That was all. Thank you,
Okay.
Mr. President.
Old business. Anybody have any new business? Counsel Stabbit.
Thank you, Mr. President. More good news for the GAR. I make a motion that we approve the following order. Ordered that pursuant to Massachusetts General Laws, Chapter 44, Sections 53A and 53A and a half, the City of Lynn hereby accepts a gift from Wayne Alarm Systems Incorporated for the installation of an upgraded alarm system to the Grand Army of the Republic Hall and Museum, valued at $6,800. This gift will include both services and tangible property.
Motion, we have a second. Any discussion? Roll call.
Counsel Alanson?
Thank you, Wayne Alarm, yes.
Pardon me?
Yes.
Yes.
She's just,
What else did you say?
I said, thank you, Wayne Alarm.
Counsel Chakutis?
Yes.
Yes, Counsel Calucci?
Yes.
Yes, Counsel Field?
Yes.
Yes, Counsel Hogan?
yes.
Yes, Counsel LaPierre?
Yes.
Yes, Counsel Lozey?
Yes.
Yes, Counsel McLean?
Yes.
Yes, Counsel Net?
Yes.
Yes, Counsel Stabbit?
I concur with Councilor Allen. Thank you, Wayne Alarm, yes.
Counsel Walsh?
We have way too much fun here, I tell you. Yes. So, motion approved.
Thank you, Wayne Alarm.
Thank you. Thank you, Wayne Alarm.
Thank
Any
Brian
other?
still got his hand up.
Brian, do you have a question, Brian?
Motion to adjourn.
Oh, you have a motion to adjourn? Any other second? Oh, wait, hold on. Guess I'm missing something?
I believe we were going to set down the budget.
We did.
You did.
Thank you.
Paid attention.
Okay. Mr. Brian Field, do you have a?
Motion to adjourn.
Oh, motion to adjourn. Second, all in favor?
Oh, my God.